Hi everyone, a quick message before we start. Tarot and Oracle cards are amazing tools for self-awareness and guidance. In the right hands, it can truly help you understand the story of your life. However, this should only be support in developing your own intuition and discernment. I ask that this tarot session be guided by the divine for your best path and purpose. If you would like to support the work I do on this channel, you may donate at the link in the description box. Thumbs up on the video, commenting, and subscribing are also appreciated shows of support. Okay, so I have been missing in action for a little bit, work commitments, but we're gonna get going. Yeah, let's see where we get. I might have to change the format again, yet again. Just put all the all signs together, and I might have to do shorter videos. Certainly today we're gonna do a shorter video. We're just gonna catch up. What's the energy? We're gonna also look at what's happening between you and your person, how they feel, advice for you. Yeah. So that's what we're doing. Today we're using the Amenti Oracle, and we're also using the 80s. Is it 80s back in the day Lenormand, which is really interesting looking, and the Anne's Lenormand. This is the 80s. All right. So we're going to get going. Aries all the way to Pisces. All right. So let me start with Aries here. Oh, why do we have Leo? All right. Let me just put these back in order. All right. We are good to go. Aries. Okay. Yeah, okay. I think that's better. All right. So Aries, you are 233. If you hear a buzz in the background, that is my fan or my AC. It's gonna make that noise through the whole thing, but I definitely can't do this reading without fan or AC in the midsummer in Jamaica. All right, so here we go. Aries, what is your person feeling? I remain in balance with my emotions. All right, so you have somebody that is trying to like master their emotions. Like this could be somebody that has had certain fluctuations in how they feel. Maybe this is somebody that's trying to calm their tempo, trying to just like get back to a state of normalcy here. So let's see what's been happening here in your connection. The scythe, the clover, the anchor, the lily, the garden, the book. All right, and we have the woman here. All right, so let's see. Something, Aries, this could be, it could feel like there was a kind of separation. This is like separation energy between the two of you. But it feels like there is a wanting to move back into a better space with this person, right? So something, it feels like a situation like you two were developing something, developing feelings, developing, coming together, but it felt like that ended for some reason. Now, it does feel like there's a chance. I don't want to say a new chance, but there's another chance that we're gonna take here. Either you or your person, and it feels more like somebody here wants to open up about what's been weighing heavily on their mind, their heart. Here, now let's see why this thing was cut. Okay, we have the man here. All right, and okay, it feels like Aries, if I'm gonna put you in the the man role. It could be your person, but it feels like there was a choice to make about going on a separate path. So maybe one of you chose another person. Maybe this is you, Aries, but it feels like the feelings with this person was still there. Yeah, is what I am seeing. There was a decision, right, to go on that path. For whatever reason you decided to do that, but it feels like something like I can move on from this person. Now I can understand if, Aries, you happen to go in a separate direction from this person. I could see why they're trying to like temper themselves, trying to like overcome anything that could be hurt. No, I have to say what's in the cards, right? I can't spare the feeling. I have to show you what is here. So if it is a case where you separated from this person, but you still have feelings for them, then that's coming out as well. This feels like one of you want the all with this person, like you want stability with this person, and there is a lot of like maybe thinking about this a lot. You've been reflecting about this. How does your person feel about you? Okay. I think your person does have love here, right? For you, and they want to be on good terms with you. I think this house energy is like I feel almost like Six of Cups. I've known you for a long time, and I feel like I've known you for a long time. It's like soulmate type of energy. I feel comfortable with you is what this person here is saying. And I wouldn't push away a new start. Like I wouldn't say no. But yeah. So if you are worried here, what your person is saying, I think they're open. Whatever's happened here between you two. Now, let me give you some advice moving forward. Could be to do with this situation or in general. All right, it's really wanting to point me to this situation here because Aries, we have like, okay, lean into love is how I perceive this. This is like, if we can kind of focus on, this is the Knight of Cups, right? If you can focus on how you feel about this person, the relationship you want to build with them, it feels like there's a kind of abundance coming, which is like good things, right? And this ring is peeking out here. So it feels like you would get what you want because, as I said, your person might be, it feels like they're distant or maybe they're a little bit upset about whatever's happened between you two, but there is like amenability. They can see, they can come around, they can see your side of things if you lean into the connection. All right, so that is what I have for you, Aries. Let us move on to Taurus. All right, so Taurus, you're gonna be 836. Okay, so Taurus, how's your person feeling right now in this connection? I offer words of good intent. Okay. All right, Taurus, so it feels like your person's trying to almost like get to a place where they can feel better about the situation. I think there's genuine care for you, and it feels like wanting to round the corner. So if you two have had tensions, this is somebody that doesn't want to stay in that upset place. They want to make things better. They want to speak better or have better thoughts about the connection is probably a better way to say all of that. All right, so let's see what's happening between the two of you here. All right, we have the snake. We have the fox. Okay, and I see why your person's saying I offer words of good intent already. All right, let's see. We have the bear and the clouds and the whip. All right, so Taurus, I'm not gonna lie to you. These are some these are some cards that tell me that a lot is happening between the two of you that might not be desirable on either side, but I don't think it is incurable. So it's just telling me that there is a situation between you and your person that's kind of degraded a little bit, right? You haven't had, it's not a situation that's growing, and that might be for particular reasons. No, what I'm seeing is that there could be a lack of trust here between you and this person. You could feel defensive about this. You know, if there's these words of good intent, tell me that maybe there's been things that have been spoken between the two of you. Maybe you don't feel like you trust this person as much. Maybe there are kind of hurt feelings because we have the whip, but it feels like that is the issue here, is that there's a lack of clarity in communication. We're not trusting each other. It's like people are observing the other person, but we're not necessarily saying what we feel, and therefore it's leading to some kind of tension, right? So there is, this tree is the encouraging card. It is like, okay, there could be stability, but we have to get through like the tensions here. And sometimes, especially with this card, it makes me think of like sexual tension, you know? So you know how like people can really get worked up and it's really like sexual tension? It's kind of feeling like that. But let us, let me not simplify it. What is here? Let us look at what's here. Okay. It kind of feels, Taurus, like maybe there was a choice that was made on another person, because the Queen of Wands is here, which is sometimes like the other person. So maybe there is like a kind of third person in this situation. What did this person not trust? Okay, it feels, Taurus, that maybe you could have been, you could have tried to move on from this person. Maybe you put some distance between yourself and this person. Maybe that's them. You put yourself where it's needed. And so that kind of created some kind of air of confusion in the situation, right? So in trying to take an action, it created confusion between the two of you. And I think your person could have become really upset about this situation between the two of you. Now, I want to see like how your person feels about you. Let's use this one. How does Taurus's person feel about them? Man, Clover, Fox. Okay, I think your person feels that that you're somebody that that has a plan, right? You have a plan. You, they might not fully trust you, because what I'm feeling is that maybe, Taurus, you could keep this inside and not share it with this other person. So this like lack of clarity on their path makes them feel like they can't trust. So if you have been wondering like why do they behave like that? Why are they responding to me like that? Then that's the issue here. But there is like love, right? There's a lot of love. Maybe it's not known to you. I think your person feels like you love them and they love you, but there's just this big issue of like trust, right? That is no small matter. Now, let us get advice for you. Like, what's your best path forward here? The Garden, Lily. You know what? I just love that the cards that are coming out now are quite nice. They're quite pleasant. So this is going to tell you like what you need to know. You two need to have more social time, social occasions together. Maybe something like a date. And let's just see where it goes from there is kind of the energy. Like, let's hang out more. Let's, and I think it's for the reason of like gaining or building trust together, Taurus. And it's like, that is the thing that's gonna allow this to kind of take a different turn, to go upwards rather than stay in this stuck place that you two have been. And it's more like with the house here, it's like gaining trust with this person again. All right, so that is what I have for you, Taurus. Wishing you all the best. with that, and we're gonna move on to Gemini. Now let me just check. Okay, yeah, okay. Gemini. All right, if you have been watching and you like this, please do give a thumbs up and let everybody else know that there's a live here. Okay, all right, so Gemini is at 1534. All right, so what does Gemini's person feel about Gemini? What's going on here? How do they feel about this connection? I advance through my own abilities. Okay. All right. You have somebody here, Gemini, that I feel is learning a lesson about not necessarily relying on other people. And okay, that sounds harsh, right? That you should rely on people, but it feels like you could be dealing with somebody that may be a little bit I hate throwing out the word, it's used so often, but like codependent, right? It's somebody that is learning self-reliance, independence, and so it's through their interaction with you that they're learning that, because maybe you're just not coddling them in certain ways. um, let's see what's happening. Okay, what's happening in this connection? Ooh, oh no. All right, let's grab this card. That was a sun. All right, and then we have the clouds. We have the crossroad. We have the man. And we have the woman. All right, and we do have the book. All right, so let's look at what we have here. There is almost like a failure to make a decision. Should we go forward? We're not making a decision on that. And that could be frustrating for you, Gemini. Now we have the sun and the man. This is like you, I think you want to believe in this person. You're optimistic, right? You do enjoy this person. They are somebody that makes you feel good about life, good about things. But they also somebody that's quite like, they're leaving you in like confusion here. So it's like you have this good side, you have this other side. And so now it's like we should be going in a direction. Okay, you know what this is? This almost feels to me like you two should be making some kind of decision together, almost like, should I commit? Should we go further along the path to commitment? Like, for example, right? And you feel good about that. Maybe you felt good about having that with this person. Ace of Hearts, Ace of Pentacles here. New opportunity, new love offer. But then this person is creating some kind of chaos. Now, let me see what that's about. There's something about like opening up and disclosing some information here with this book. Yes, Gemini, I think the issue here with you and your person is they're not leaving you in a state of calm and clarity about the direction that you are going in. First of all, are you two going to have a new start together? Is this thing going to go forward? I think you really like them. Like they're, maybe this is somebody that was a friend even for you, but it's just like not being open. Okay. Why is that? Why is that? I have to ask why that is. This could be somebody that still wants to socialize a little bit more, still wants to like have like single dating life. It's like wanting more time to date. It feels like, okay, so maybe this person feels like things are going a little bit too fast, Gemini. Well, okay. All right, so let's look at the path forward, but also let's look at how they feel. How does this person feel about Gemini? All right, this is somebody that feels that you two keep going around in circles. So they're a little bit frustrated. There's something here about they thought there was an ending because it feels like you two could have had some kind of quarrel, or maybe they felt like there was something that came across too much, too aggressively, and maybe it's something to do with are we going to go further in this connection? Maybe they felt like it's too soon, but I think they're still feeling like they want to go in your direction, right? So there's not a sense of like, I give up on this. This is, I still want to fight for this type of energy. Yeah. Let's get advice here. What's your best path forward with this, Gemini? The ankle, the birds. I could have told you the birds was going to come out. It's the card of communication and anxiety, right? There's something here that you're needing to clear the blockages of communication. Of course, you alone can't do it. This person has to also be willing. But whatever is heavy, whatever you're feeling is like the heavy thing, if there's an opportunity to speak, it is to address the blockages between the two of you, right? Because this is a ship. How do you make progress? How do you go forward after what? If you don't do that, which is what this tells us, is this could end, right? Because you are needing to push through this block to get to the next stage of the situation that you're in. All right, so that is what I have for you, Gemini. Wishing you all the best with that. All right, so let us move on to Cancer. Let's just prep a little bit. All right, Cancer. All right, Cancer is 2217. If you're here and you have resonated with anything, please do give a thumbs up. Cancer. All right. Cancer, what is your person feeling about this connection? I act respectfully of others. Okay. So you could be, I find these cards almost give the opposite of what's happening. So this is somebody that is maybe realizing that they didn't do the best they could and they didn't fight as hard as they could. And they did not act respectfully at times with you. So, but it's like these are the lessons that they're learning, right? These are the cards that talk about what lessons we're learning here. All right, so tell us what is happening in this connection. Okay, we have the coffin, we have the stars, we have the snake, we have the letter, we have the moon, we have the tower, and the tree. All right, so let's see what's happening here. I think this is somebody here, Cancer, that is in the process. Yes, this is somebody that feels like they're in the process of learning about like healthy relationships. This is like Seven of Cups. Yes, this is somebody that could have, these give like some kind of context clues. And what I'm seeing with that is somebody that felt like they had a lot of options and they could kind of pursue whatever they liked. So this might have been somebody that didn't choose to treat you with full respect, right? Is what we were seeing in this card here. But it feels like this person is learning about healthy relationships, either through the situation with you or some other new situation that they're in. Yeah. Now, let's look at what we have here. All right. So it feels like communication certainly was stopped between the two of you, which I don't know, they could have done that. And that's the disrespectful thing, maybe. Maybe this person felt they had to stop communication for whatever reason. Now, with the stars and the moon, these are really two strong cards for feeling intuitively led towards somebody. That's how I see this. But almost like acting with the snake and the toe, it feels like acting like I don't need this person. Isn't that strange? Like, I'm feeling called to this person. I feel like you're on my path. I feel led to you. But I'm gonna this can sometimes talk about another person. And remember, we're talking about this person feeling they had a lot of options. That could be something that happened. And there's just a real distance between this person. This person could have chosen to move on with somebody else. But if that doesn't feel like it's true for you, don't take that. But also, this is somebody that's the other thing here in the main part is acting as though they are not that bothered about the situation. All right, so let me see like why this ended here. You two had some issues, right? You two had some issues, and I think it has to do with like a kind of power struggle issue or egos getting in the way with this Six of Wands here. Yeah, tension, struggles, struggle love. Okay, all right. All right, so there's something here about blockages. Okay, you two are not communicating effectively, really. I am guessing that every card I pull for each zodiac sign, the communication is going to be a big thing. Now, let us see how your person feels about you. Crossroads, bouquet, clouds. Okay, so, oh, look at that. The tree again. Okay, they're very consistent. Your person feels like they're at a decision point. Do I go forward? Do I choose to accept this, or it's like they're just staying in confusion. They're really confused. They feel like I feel like this is somebody that created chaos and just doesn't know what to do. But it's like deciding to make things good with you again. I don't know. There's a need for them to try that or to go after that. This person could be waiting, like let me wait it out. Is it the right time to like cozy up to Cancer? I don't want to say it like that, but is it the right time for me to like be in Cancer's good books again? Right? I don't know. This person's a little bit confused. Maybe they're thinking things through right now. As I said, your person is learning about healthy relationships, and also they are learning that how they showed up with you before wasn't so respectful. So that to me kind of sounds like, especially with the stars and the moon, it kind of sounds um awakening or going through ego death, that type of thing. And that can be confusing. That can certainly be confusing, because it's like realizing that there's things that are my issue, not just your issue only, right? So what's your best path forward for Cancer with this? All right, so there's something about being guarded. Yeah, okay. I kind of think this is a condition. This is conditional. So if you find that this person cannot open up, it feels like opening up to you was an issue. Being in full disclosure to you was an issue. If you find this person still can't do that, still can't like just let their guard down, I don't really think there's much more point, right? Because this person is not ready, is how I would say. They're just not ready at that point yet. What we saw them going through is difficult. Now, with the dog and the fish and the clover, it feels like if you can get on a path with this person where you can be friends, be friendly, and you can see the evidence that this person is trying to do the things that you would do for a friend, like a loyal friend. So treating you with care, respect, kindness, all of that, then there might just be a chance for you too, right? Because it would indicate that there's a possibility here. Okay. Let us see where our battery is like. Okay, are we still have enough battery life? All right, so that is what I have for you, Cancer. I'm wishing you all the best with this situation. If you enjoyed it, please give a thumbs up. And we're gonna move to Leo. All right, Leo. All right, so Leo is at 3056. All right, so Leo, what is your person feeling about this connection? I hold purity in high esteem and I relate in peace. All right, so you have somebody here, Leo, that is saying, you know what, I'm not, and as I said to Cancer before, this is almost like opposites. This is somebody that's saying, you know what, I'm not quarreling, I'm not arguing about anything, I'm not dealing with anything that is going to change me from a peaceful person to, or disrupt my peace, really, is what your person's, they're prioritizing the peace in their life. I hold purity in high esteem. So your person could be like kind of spiritual. They could really prize the, how to say, their consciousness. They really prize their own development in life, like personal development, self-development, and they're on that path. Actually, this feels like actualizing, treating yourself well, like learning how to really like be in that higher self is how I would describe that. All right, so let's see what's happening here between you and your person. What's happening in this connection? The lily, the birds, the little, okay, the towel, the stars, the coffin, okay, the mountain. All right, so you two have some kind of blockage here between you, right? You could feel like something's not going forward. No, this snake card is either another person in the situation or there's like a lack of trust here. Something was done that somebody's not taking kindly to, is what I'm seeing. Yeah. All right. So let us look more at this. So we do have, when I look at this top row, I was like, okay, this is nice. This is going forward. But this bottom row is telling me that this is more complex than initially. So it kind of feels like you two have some kind of attraction or bond. It's not just like a bond, it's like an energy. You could look at this person and think, yeah, that's my person. That's the person I could be with. But it feels like we have stayed away from this person. There's been some kind of decision to stay away from this person or not give as much to it. Now, it be the restriction we saw, like, okay, there could be somebody else for you or for them, and that could be the restriction. But there's something about feeling led to speak to this person, like you really want to speak to them. Six of Cups is this soulmate energy. And of course, if you feel that type of like comfort level with somebody, you're going to want to talk to them. You're going to want to, in this is Seven of Pentacles, spend time with this person. Okay, so for you so far, Leo, it feels like being restricted from somebody that You actually do find interest with, no, the letter and the coffin. There is communication. The pathways to communication have stopped between you two is what I'm seeing in your situation. Now I'm going to just look at this. What is this? Okay, it feels like there was some failure to maintain what I would call like a standard of politeness, goodwill between the two of you. And so it feels like maybe things could have gotten tense, right? We have the cross here. You two could have butted heads, and therefore, for some reason now we've stopped communication. But I do feel like there is interest in each other. All right, so how does your person feel about you? The compass, the coffin, the ship, and the bear. All right, so your person's a little bit guarded right now. But it feels like they felt led to close things off here. But I think your person is like, how to say, it's like you've closed things off, but you still expect or you still wish that that person would come towards you. That's interesting. Why is that? Okay, I guess it's more like your feelings are hurt, you're defensive. You wish your person would say something or do something, but you kind of like, you're trying to separate yourself. It's like those early days, like when you've broken up with somebody and you wish that you could still hear from them, but you've decided something, so your heart's not caught up yet. That is so interesting, Leo. I pulled for the coffin here and I got the cross. Like, why the cross again? Okay, what is the cross? All right, so this, your person here could have felt like they can't trust something with you. Like they feel like you're both like a wish fulfillment, but also somebody they can't trust. They don't feel safe in some way. Now I know that's hard to hear, but remember that these are just feelings, right? They're not the facts of the situation. There's always like two sides to a story. Now I want to get the best path forward for you. Best path forward. Okay. Now with this guidance, I'm seeing why there might be some issue with trust. Now, if there's somebody else, Leo, just being truthful and honest here, reading what the cards are saying, you would need to be more forthcoming, be more open about everything else, that maybe there's suspicions, maybe there's, as you said, this person doesn't trust. Maybe they already come with like the issues of trust, right? But they are all, there's something here about being more forthcoming, being more open with them. And that wouldn't come up if this wasn't an issue. So it feels like in order to have a new beginning, to gain the trust of this person, to kind of like let them feel safe, to feel like they can be more expressive and caring with you, it does feel like that is the answer here. Yeah, so that things can move forward. I think that is what has been actually pulling this situation back, right? Because there's a lack of clarity. Yeah. You might not realize that. Sometimes people just don't realize that that is the effect something is having. But anyway, this is what I have for you, Leo. Wishing you all the best with that. So we're gonna move on now to Virgo. If you have been watching so far and you're enjoying this, please do give a thumbs up. All right, so Virgo, you are at 3941. Okay. Virgo. Okay. Virgo, how is your person feeling about this connection? Who just had this? Gemini or Cancer? Okay. Well, it feels like you could be a Virgo that has Gemini or Cancer placements, but I advance through my own ability. This is somebody that is trying to really assert themselves now. And we were saying that these cards tend to come out in opposites. So maybe this is somebody that really felt like they had to rely on other people, other relationships, other partners, other whatever. They didn't feel like strong on their own. And so now they're learning that I am kind also, okay? This is somebody that is understanding what kindness is through this situation. All right, so let us see what is happening in this connection. Okay, we have the man card. We have the heart. We have the man card again. Are there like two men here? We have the whip. We have the ankle. All right, and we have the ship. All right, so this is going forward. Somebody might want to come and see you, come visit you. Ten of Swords is like there was an ending with you, Virgo. It feels like maybe this person is pulled in your direction. Maybe there's like clear intention. Now, we have the whip here. This card to me goes between like sexual tension and just like difficulties. Kind of feels like there is like strong like passionate energy here. So you could have somebody that's being pulled in your direction because they are very attracted to you. There are a lot of difficulties. This person is burdened by a lot of things. They could be quite anxious about the situation between you and them. I am seeing that this person does want to have some kind of new start opportunity here. Potentially, it looks like relationship energy. And I did say two men are in this reading. Maybe Virgo, you could have two people, right? You could have one here that is feeling quite anxious about the situation and another one that is like wanting to have a relationship. All of that's coming towards you. If that doesn't feel like the thing, this could be the same person that for the intention of wanting a new situation with you, or a renewal, there is this kind of it's like they're quite anxious about it. How is it going to happen type of thing. They're wanting to be more stable, put down more like roots here. No, this is, you two might have had an issue before. It feels like, because for there to be like the whip, it kind of feels like you have had a meeting with this person before and it hasn't worked out. There's been difficulties, but also, as I was saying, this could be like strong attraction towards you. Yeah, so let us see how your person is feeling about you. The key, the heart, ooh, the fox and the clover. Okay, okay. Your Virgo, your reading is so interesting. There's actually 3 men cards here. 3 man cards is what I should say. All right. This person is either very persistent, their energy is strong towards you, so there's like it keeps coming up, but like I think this person feels that the solution to like building a stronger relationship or building the bonds between you and them is strategizing how to have some kind of new start, how to take some kind of new start with you. So it's almost like thinking a lot about like, how do I win Virgo over? How do I make use of some opportunity type of thing? Okay. All right. So they are, if this is somebody that's strongly motivated towards you. And yes, with the man and the fish, I think it's strong partner energy, you know, Virgo. It's like, I want to be more in your life. All right, so what's the best path forward for you here, Virgo? All right, so we have the man card, anchor, and the whip. What is this whip? My goodness, Virgo, like this man card is just like, it's continually coming out. Okay. You know what? You, this person, okay. If you could find stability with this person, if you can find a way to stabilize the situation and relieve the whatever tension this is, the possibility is that this could become your partner. So, and we have the ring. I didn't even see that. This is like, it's like the same 5 cards keep cycling back. Strong message. There's somebody here that they're coming towards you, and yes, there are tensions. It might be sexual tensions or frustration. And in that case, I guess exploring that would help with this situation if you feel that's the direction you're going in. But also, it's like, if we can communicate with each other, if we can figure things out, then voila, you could be heading the pathway of a partnership. All right, so that is what I have for you, Virgo. Wishing you all the best with that. So we're going to move on now to Libra. Ooh. Libra, okay. All right, Libra, so you are 4715. All right, if you have been watching and you like this, if you're a Libra, please do give a thumbs up. All right, so we're gonna look now. Okay, so what is Libra's person feeling about this connection? I benefit with gratitude and I invoke laughter. All right. So as we've been saying, these cards sometimes talk about the opposite of what they say. So you could have somebody that is learning the lesson that they should be grateful for you. They want to benefit again. They want to be grateful for what, or the time with you. And maybe this is with the laughter, it's like lightening up the energy between the two of you. All right, so let us see what's happening in this connection here. The house, the mountain, the cross, the letter, the towel, the rider, and the woman. Okay. All right, Libra. So this is somebody that you used to have like a very nice connection with, like feeling safe, feeling comfortable, feeling like ease of communication. But something happened. People, like some blockages popped up in this situation here. And it feels like a distance between the two of you. Your person or you could have put up some boundaries. And this, from that point, has become a little bit difficult for you, because I feel like you love this person. There's like wish fulfillment, but there's also like burdens here. There's like real like stress here. Maybe their egos have come into play. maybe this person has become you could perceive them as becoming a little bit more selfish, and that ties in with the card here about like taking things for granted. Maybe you feel taken for granted a little bit here, Libra. All right, what is this blockage? Yeah, you just feel like the days when you used to have like fun, feel more positive towards each other are, yeah, there's something stopping you here, and you could feel like it's this distance between the two of you, right? Um this person has put up some kind of boundaries with you, and you're just not sure. It's leaving you in an uncertain place. You could even be a little bit anxious about this, Libra. What is this cross energy here? uh okay, your person is, you could feel like this person is not telling you everything, and of course that would create like a difficult situation. All right. With the house here, though, this could be somebody that you have known for a long time. All right. So, how does this person feel about Libra? Oh, okay, Libra. Your person is harboring some kind of feeling. It feels like internally, maybe they don't trust that you. It's interesting. So they've put up some kind of boundary with you. I kind of feel like this is the type of person that would take actions, and they're not communicating what it's about, why. So you're there confused because it feels like this person feels like, and remember, I'm saying they feel like, it's not like it's the truth. It feels like you could be going towards somebody else, or they feel like you there's something about when you two, like the energy between you, that they not fully see feel like they don't feel like they're seeing the full truth of it. Yeah. So I think it's a lack of communication and trust here on your person's side. Maybe on your side um it feels like your person wants to feel a little bit more secure. And you could say, I make them feel secure already, but this could even be somebody you're married to, right? And they're like, I need to feel more secure. Yes, I think that's what's happening here, or it will keep degrading. Um, Now I want to look at what's your best path forward here with this person. What's your best path forward, Libra? Key, crossroads. Okay, so the solution lies in being more decisive and intentional with like your social life. So could be choosing to date each other again is type of thing I'm getting. Choosing to actually take the path towards like a renewed dating life, exploring each other again. Which is why I was telling you that this feels like you two known each other, but somewhere in the relationship some doubt set in. Maybe it's just somebody not feeling as treasured or cared for or loved, and so the path really lies in dating, finding each other out again, falling in love again with each other. Yeah, so that there's a kind of clarity that they are in your life and you're in their life. Yes, a new phase for both of you. All right, Libra, so this is what I have for you. I am wishing you all the best with this, and please do give a thumbs up if that resonated. And we're gonna move on now to Scorpio. It's really interesting how all the readings, they kind of reflect the archetypal personality of the zodiac signs. The Scorpio readings have been intense, and the Libra readings have really been almost like about gaining justice in a way. So Scorpio, let's put our Scorpio card up. All right, so Scorpio, you are 5509. Okay. Scorpio. Okay, I'm gonna. All right, okay, so Scorpio, what is your person feeling about this connection? I affirm that all life is sacred. I speak with sincerity. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Scorpio, you could feel like, okay, this is somebody that, first of all, you could feel like they don't tell full truths, right? You could feel like this person doesn't fully say the truth of what they are feeling. They don't fully tell you all that you need to know in this situation. And I affirm that all life is sacred, you could feel like this person's flippant, like they just don't like treat you with like the respect that you deserve, right? Almost like this person has like a hierarchy of people. All right, I'm not gonna go too far into that because that's very specific, but let's see what's happening in this connection here. Fox, man, anchor, moon, the stars, the child. Okay, okay, and we have the woman. Okay, so that's interesting. These two haven't shown up. Like, these are the pair. A pair hasn't shown up. Well, that's not true, but this pair hasn't shown up in the reading so far. And this pair of this couple, to me, are like the divine couple. Strong partnership, like Empress, Emperor type of energy in the tarot. Okay. I could feel like if this is you, Scorpio, you could want to talk to this person. You could want to have a conversation with this person because you feel like there's things that this person is telling you that you can't fully trust. But also with the snake, it's like there could be another person here. All right, now let's look at what's happening. I think that you're feeling like, I don't know, you feel like this person is being a little bit like crafty in certain ways. There's a huge trust thing here. Can I trust this person? Now, you also feel that this is somebody that has been put on your path for real bigger purpose reasons. This is the Six of Cups energy, soulmate energy, right? I remember we were saying that this is a special pair. And it feels like there is a new beginning, but it's like really heavy to start this, like it would worry you to start this with this person because it feels like they've broken trust here with you. Now, so let us look at this fox energy. What's the fox energy? You know what? This person could have just cut things off with you and gone their own way, or left things like blurry. This feels like ghosting, or it feels like somebody that just like severed the situation and just kept you in uncertainty. Yeah, that's not good energy for how they would have treated you. And I can see why you wouldn't trust this. You don't believe what they're saying, like there's a new beginning here, but like I feel like you're kind of like blocking this in a way. You're blocking this because it's like, I just don't feel certain about you. What face are you showing me today? Type of thing with this person. Can I trust you? And I know that for Scorpio, trust is a big issue, right? You need to feel like I can trust this person. You're like my day one. And it just feels like that person, even though you feel that they're like soulmate for you, and probably are. That's the thing. They probably are because they came up as the direct partner of this person here. This is probably somebody really important in your life, but yeah, they're not. For what reason? Like, I'm just gonna give you a little extra. What's the reason that this person is doing this? You know what? You're just dealing with a particular type of personality, Scorpio, a very stoic person. You could be dealing with somebody who's like avoidant. With the rider here, it could be somebody that's a little bit of a player energy, and they are very like withheld, reserved, but also when it comes time, they're a little bit player like. And it is hard when you meet somebody and you see, like, you feel like, oh, that's a soulmate, that's like a higher level person to me. If you've been doing this all your life, how are you gonna change that? So I think that's what we have here, Scorpio, with you. Let's see how this person feels. How does this person feel about Scorpio? The sun, the woman, the house. Listen, okay. You know what? This is just somebody that I just don't think they know how to be in the energy that they need to be in. This could be somebody that is needing to learn. You're frustrated with them, is what I see, and you're a little bit guarded. No, it's like this keeps going in circles, that they keep missing the route, the right turn off. Um, how they feel about you, you're like, when they see you, you make them smile. They feel happy with you. They feel safe. They feel like, yes, I feel quite, settle. I could settle with Scorpio type of energy. And you're just like my sunshine type of thing, right? So you would say to yourself, like, why is this person acting up like this? It's one of those things where people have to learn by experience in a way. So let's get like the best path forward for you. What is Scorpio's best path forward in this situation? Woo. Mice, stork, and woman with the clover. Okay. I kind of feel, Scorpio, that you're being led to, okay, things have fallen off with you too, right? But in order to move forward, you might need to be very clear about what you want with this person. Um, you might need to be willing also to work on clearing things up. How would and we have the Queen of Cups here, right? So it's acting in a very kind of supportive, loving way. Now, listen, I am not going to tell you to support somebody that is like, you keep giving chance after chance after chance after chance, and they're still like being disrespectful, lying, all of that. No, no, like, I personally, no. But for you, in your advice, if you want this and you feel like, okay, things have fallen off, this person comes back, and you see like change happening, you can get more into like your softer side and really show support, communicate where you plan to go with this. Like, I would like a relationship with you. I am giving to this, I'm supporting you because I want to build a relationship. And it's kind of like being in that type of supportive energy, right? But from me as the reader, I would say put that on a timeline, right? So how long are you going to do that? And I think 1 month is too short. I think maybe 3 months is an okay amount of time. Um, yeah. Somebody who does not change after you communicate clearly, you tell them what you want, you're trying to be supportive. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'll leave that to you, Scorpio. So that is what I have for Scorpio. We have next Sagittarius. Sagittarius has also been having like some readings that I think could be difficult, certainly on my channel. Different readers get different types of messages. So let's see, Sagittarius, you are 104.46. And if you have been listening, you are a Sagittarius. And if you like what's been happening so far, please do give a thumbs up. All right, so let me grab some water. All right, so Sagittarius, what is Sagittarius's person feeling about the connection? I converse with awareness. I live in truth. Okay, Sagittarius, I often feel like you're dealing with a Scorpio because it just lines up. But okay, so what I see is that this is somebody. Remember that sometimes these come out in the opposite. So this could be somebody that maybe they're not fully aware. Maybe they're not always truthful about things. Maybe that's how you feel. But also, this could be somebody who's learning the lesson of like being aware of what's happening. This is like Kundalini energy. This is maybe being truthful to the passions that they feel. And maybe being a little bit more mindful of the things they say to people. Okay. That is what I'm going to go with. So let's say what's happening in this connection here. Key. Okay. Tree. Whip. Snake. Woman. House. Okay, and we have the clouds. All right. So in your situation, Sagittarius, it could feel like there is some uncertainty. Maybe people don't know like the clarity of things. What yeah, okay, communication is needed here to make things work. And there is a man card here. So maybe this is you, Sagittarius, needing to take the lead with being communicative in a situation, in this situation. All right, so let's look at this. The solution, it feels like, okay, I've been saying all day like this could be another person, but I kind of feel like no, this is, for some reason, I feel like for you, this is just like a mistrust. I think you identify, Sagittarius, that there is an issue with trust in your situation. And maybe you don't trust. Maybe they don't trust. But it feels like you're wanting to make things a little bit more stable with your person here. Yeah, and it just feels like wanting to solve the issue as to why there are tensions between the two of you. Okay, so let's maybe clarify a little bit. What is this snake energy? You know what this is? This is like not being able to see fully the truth. Quite a few signs. I feel like it's a lot of the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, that have had issues like being open. Also Taurus had that issue. Like needing to be fully open with their person. And I felt like a lot of the people they were dealing with on the other side was like mutable sign energy, like Gemini, Virgo, Pisces, and what's the other one? It'll come to me, but Sagittarius, you, right? So it feels like there's a need for clarity because I see that we could have felt like the other person's against us. And with this, like, it feels like words were said, is what I feel. What's this whip energy? Yes, tension in communication, difficult communication, right? Things unsaid, but also like difficult things said to each other. And that's where I was saying, like, I live in truth and I converse with awareness. I don't think your person has been really aware of the effect that their words have had on you. Yeah. What is this thing? Just please give us a little bit about like what was said. Oh, okay. Your person could have said like, let's just cut this off. I don't trust you, or something like that. Something to that extent. Or like you're sly or something like that. Okay, and that could have really hurt you. That could have really caused you to put your walls up, Sagittarius. Okay. How does your person feel about you, Sagittarius? Compass, Scythe. This is interesting because it feels like I'm getting the other side of the story for you, Sag. It's somebody that felt led to just kind of like cut things off. Okay, but why are they... This is some... Okay, there's the trust issue keeps coming up here. This is somebody that felt like to start up with you was something they couldn't trust. It was both wish fulfillment, but also like couldn't trust it. Why couldn't they trust it? Oh, okay. There is some like complexity. They felt like you two, it's like weaving a web that they can't quite see where things are going. You know what? Some people aren't able to kind of just like jump off and like trust where things are going. Not everybody can do that. And it feels like your person is they need like clarity. You could be dealing with an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. I know that those signs, having a lot of earth in my chart myself, need like clarity of purpose. Like, where are we going? What is happening, type of thing. And I know that the Sagittarius energy is like, go where I feel, I do what I like. And sometimes that can mean not necessarily always addressing these things. It kind of feels like that to me. This is what this reminds me of. So it's not that there's like, it's not that I'm saying you're shifty and they're distrustful. It's more like temperaments or personality types. Your person needs a certain thing in order to trust the situation. And you feel like, why can't we just go? Why can't we just like take this leap? And I think it's because, you know, some people, your reading is getting a little bit complex, but I want to explain it. Because sometimes people don't really understand why people need a little bit more time. You never know what somebody's been through in life. And some people, even though they might look fine to you, they might need extra time, extra explanation, extra carefulness in order to participate in the same way, right? Different brains, different life experiences. Your person feels like they feel like your wish fulfillment, like they feel like you're somebody special, but it's like they feel it's an illusion. This person needs something that they're not getting in order to fully like be like, yes. All right, you know what? I'm gonna just answer it now. What is the thing this person needs? Okay. This person needs to feel secure that they are your partner. That's what they need. They need to feel like, I am special to you. I am the person in your life. And that is what they would need to trust. Whatever this is that you two are wanting to go on. Okay. Your reading took a little bit of a different path, Sagittarius. Let us get the... But I feel like it's, you know, I've been seeing your storyline week after week, and I feel like I needed to like just give that bit of guidance. Okay, so what is the best path forward here for Sagittarius? Coffin, fish, dog. My God, so much. Okay. I kind of feel, Sagittarius, that your reading this week was especially... I've been asked to like spend more time with you. Lily, okay. Sag, if you want a long-term connection here with this person, right? If you feel led towards them in a particular way, um there's something about like an ending which you are needing to kind of pour more in. It's like there's a need to pour more into this situation, build a friendship, and almost like be this person's guard can be let down. Queen of Swords, the bear. I can see that this person is very guarded, right? And they're not going to respond to like superficial types of politeness or something like that. They need like this. They need a true sense that you are loyal to them. And remember that we're saying like what they need is like security of the kind of relation. Queen of it's like it's Virgo Libra energy. And yes, they're needing more of like earthy energy, grounded energy for them to take that leap with you. All right, so that is what I have for you, Sagittarius. I'm wishing you all the best with this. That was a really interesting reading. If you feel you got something from it, please do give a thumbs up. And we are going to move now to... I should start saying, yeah, if you're a cross watcher as well and you got something, please do give a thumbs up. We're going to move to Capricorn. Capricorn. All right, so Capricorn, you are 1/16/22. Okay, Capricorn. So let us see what your person feels about this connection, Capricorn. I am accepting. Okay, and we have I honor animals with reverence. All right, so I kind of feel like your there's a situation between you and them that they're having to just almost like let go, just be like, this is the flow, this is how it's gonna go. I have to kind of accept that that is the way things are. This could have been somebody that wanted a particular outcome in a particular time, and they're needing to kind of just be more in the flow with that. Things will happen when things will happen type of energy. All right, so tell me what is happening here. We have the scythe. We have the tree. We have the woman. We have the sun. We have the ankle. We have the child. And we have the mountain. Okay. So there's a perceived blockage here. Okay, communication has been blocked. At least you feel like maybe becoming more like you two could have, maybe you used to have very like good communication, very comfortable communication, but somewhere something disrupted that. Something disrupted that. Okay, so let's see what we have here. It feels like you two were like really happy together. And it feels like that was just like cut off. But also, it also feels like whatever this ending was, it could, or disruption, let me not say ending, maybe a separation. It feels like there's going to be like a more positive upturn now, is the direction I'm seeing this going now. The tree and the anchor talks about really putting down roots. This feels like Capricorn energy fully. And so that could be the thing that would be more positive, is putting roots down. And it feels like, because the woman and the child is here, I'm going to say Capricorn, if you are Capricorn male, this could be somebody that you have a child with or you want to have a child with. This is, but however, this is more about like a new start with this person. And that's the upturn that's happening here. So it's almost like the minute that your person here is like, okay, I accept whatever this is that's happening between us, things are changing. Okay, so let me see what this scythe energy is. Okay, so you two were like having a good time together. Like there was good flow between you, good connection, and it ended. Why did it end? It feels like maybe it's a lack of coming towards each other, a lack of being able to see each other. Is this could have been a long distance situation with you and this person. This kind of feels like that, like not being able to see my person. Needing you to visit is what it is. Needing you to visit so we can socialize type of thing. So maybe that was it. It's like this person really needed contact. Of course, any long distance relationship is going to need that. All right, so let us see what your person feels about you now, Capricorn. Look at that. Yeah, okay, so I kind of feel like your person feels like they wanted you to come towards them. And maybe you two, I kind of figure that this is some kind of distance thing. And it's not going to be for everybody, but this is probably for a specific Capricorn. There was some agreement where this you were either going to approach this person for commitment, or there was some meeting that was supposed to happen between the two of you. And this person could have felt like that didn't happen, or there was deception about that. But they feel like, okay, this is the I am accepting part. All right, whenever we're guided together, then okay, so it will be. Yeah. And for that reason, this person could have just said, okay, all right, I'm accepting, and but I'll just cut this loose type of thing. Yeah, it's like this person couldn't really figure out what was the truth here with you. Okay. Do they like Capricorn? Yes. Yes. I had to ask that because that didn't come up, right? It's like they were saying other things. They were saying more like how they felt about something you did. But I asked, do they like Capricorn? And there's the man and the woman. That is like, yes, I see Capricorn as my person, my partner. All right, so let's get guidance for you. Capricorn, this is a situation where you have issues with, like, it's not trust issues. Even though the snake is here, it's not trust. It feels more like this person needed something that you couldn't actually meet the need of. And so this person decided, okay, well, I accept how it is. We can go our separate ways or something like that. But it feels like, no, this is turning in a new direction where you two might get together, actually. Maybe you're making that happen, Capricorn. What is the best path forward for you here? The ring, the man, the fox. Okay. Okay, and the crossroad. There's a decision here, Capricorn. Decision to step up as a partner to this person and perhaps make some kind of plan forward. Nine of Wands is like, try again. Let's try again. And this time I'm going to try in a very serious way. I'm going to show up as a partner for you. I'm going to work on the relationship with you. And that feels like that would take you to a new path with this person. Look at that. I didn't even see that card. Path towards like the love, right? The heart with them. Okay. That is really beautiful, Capricorn. Feels like a good reward. If you're a Capricorn and you like this reading, you got something from it, please do give a thumbs up. If you're watching for Capricorn as well. Okay, we're gonna move now to Aquarius. Okay, so Aquarius, you are 124.48. The time codes will be up at the end of the reading. All right, so how does Aquarius's person feel about the connection? Ooh. I keep the waters pure and I do good. All right. Now, this to me feels like somebody that maybe had difficult emotions in relation to you, but they are trying to just kind of hold on to the pure feeling that they feel for you, which is like affection, love, and just focusing on that, like maybe letting the other difficult things go. Maybe that's the lesson they're learning here. Okay, so let's see more about what's happening in the connection. The sun, the man, the snake, the letter, the stars, and the lily. Okay. We have the moon card here as well. All right, so let's see what is happening. It feels like there's like open communication between the two of you. It doesn't feel like there's a block here. It feels like this person feels led towards you actually, or like you're their person. Okay. But they do feel like there is some kind of like hiding of the truth of like how you feel with them. Okay. Okay. So they could feel, okay, you know what else is here? This person could also be in a long-term situation with somebody else. So, okay, this is somebody that could really love you. They really feel affection towards you, but they also feel like there's something about the relationship between you, the energy that they don't trust, or you are in a long term with somebody else. All right, so let's see what this snake is. This kind of feels, Aquarius, like you might be in a situation with somebody else, because this other person comes up as the Queen of Swords. You come up as the King of Swords. Yeah. It's like there's a block here. And not because of like relationship issues. It's like there's somebody else. If you feel like that's not the case, this could also be like feeling like we can't trust the attraction between the two of us. So this person could be quite like upset, could be quite defensive towards you, actually. There is some kind of like long-term feeling here between the two of you. All right, so let's see how this person feels about Aquarius. All right, this person wouldn't mind, like, you two are kind of isolated from each other, right? You don't, it's not open, clear communication. Even though I'm seeing here that there's like, so this could be one of you, one or two of you. Like, there's open communication, somebody feeling like you're my person, but like, now I don't trust the long term with you. Maybe because you have somebody else, or maybe because there's just like a quality that I don't know about, or information I don't know about. Now, this is somebody coming to open up about the difficulties. So Aquarius, your person could feel like they need to, or they feel like they want to open up to you about how they feel, the things that have been weighing heavily on their mind, which kind of tells me that they value you, right? It's this you're my person type of energy. So even though I might be in something, we don't know what all of that story is, or maybe there's something that happened between us. I value you and I do want to come towards you and kind of alleviate the tension type of energy. All right, so that to me seems like good intention. If I've seen any, it feels like somebody that wants to right their wrongs. Let us look at what's the best path forward for you in this situation. The tree, the fish. Okay, yeah, very clear. You know what, Aquarius? I feel like you're on the right track with this person. Even if you are like having difficulties, there's good intention. It's not, sometimes you do the readings and they're like malicious or like deception or it's different types of intentions. I don't see that here. This is somebody that wants to open the doors of communication. All right, so your advice to build security with this person, lots of communication. Lots of communication about everything, right? Including how we feel, including why we had the breakup, including why we did this and that, because it just feels like you could be dealing with another air sign, but it's somebody that gets in their head, feels like Gemini, Virgo, Sag type of energy, somebody who could get in their head about like why all these things happened and then starts to not trust it. But it feels like we need to put down some roots, like be more grounded in our energy, stable, but also like lots of actions towards the stability of the situation. And we also need to communicate even the things that we're anxious about, right? Those things are good to share. And so I can see that I keep the waters pure is somebody that actually I like your person because this is somebody that has reformed, almost like, yeah, or it's not reformed, but I admit my mistake. I admit what has happened between the two of us and I hold you dearly. I'm going to try to do my best to make sure that we do better. I like that. Okay. I love that for you as well. So that is what I have for you, Aquarius. I'm wishing you all the best with this. We're going to move on now to Pisces. Last but not least, Pisces. Okay. Okay, so water time. Now, Pisces, you are at 132.55. Okay, so Pisces, what is your person feeling about the connection? All right, they have a lot to say. This person says, I'm peaceful. Okay, and I live in truth. Why do I feel, I don't know why I'm laughing at this, but I feel like this is not the whole truth. Your person is saying that, you know what, I choose peace, but also it tells me that maybe before this person was not always choosing peace and not always choosing truth, right? Let's see what's happening in this connection. Could be the lesson that they've learned and the kind of changes that they're making right now. The dog, the sun, the stars. Okay. This bottom row should be interesting. Bear, little, woman, and the coffin. All right. Pisces, this is somebody that things ended with. The kind of, it's not that, I don't think it's that you two are never speaking again. It's more like the way that you two used to get along, the dynamic you used to have is not there. right? This is somebody that maybe you thought you could have had long term with. You two used to really get on, had good rapport with each other, but it feels like something came to an end. I don't really think it's somebody that you're not talking to. With the dog and the bear, it feels like a friend that you were really committed to, like really protective over as well. Almost like, to me, it's like fierce loyalty to this person. Um, but now you could have your guard up a little bit. I think that with the communication here, it's like opening up about a lot of things between each other. But also, this could be a sense of like feeling led to each other as well. Like, um, I see you. I feel you are in my life. You're somebody that I want in my life, type of thing. Okay, this bear energy, I want to see. What is that? Yeah, you could have been very protective over this person. But it's like some, okay, I want to ask about this. Why is this? Why did this end? Communication, anxiety, somebody started to keep themselves more aloof, put boundaries up with you. Okay, so you could feel that could be hurtful. That could really be hurtful if you are that kind of committed, loyal to somebody, and then they start to like put boundaries up. Because you're the last person, I'm just gonna ask again. I'm nosy. Why did they put boundaries up? Oh, this person's trying to have a new start. Okay, why? Why a new start? Okay, this person could feel like things are going downhill. You know what? I don't think this is to do with just you, Pisces. I think this is in this person's life. They're noticing that there's like some kind of turn, and you're very loyal to this person, right? You're very like you're good friends. You get on well. You could have seen like long term with this person down the line as well. Although, Pisces, this could be talking about a friend that you're just loyal to, which is the first time I've seen that in the readings today. But it feels like this person felt like there's things that are going downhill in their life, and it's like re-evaluation or like life review. So if they're taking themselves away from you, like just putting up a wall, don't take it too personally, even though I know it's hard, because it's almost like when you see yourself in the mirror and then you need to like step back from everything. Because if I have a good friend that's like affirming who I am, but I'm questioning who I am right now, then I'm gonna need to step back a little bit so I can see the truth of everything. In good time, they will come towards you, right? But I think you're already like, okay, you're questioning this now. How does this person feel about Pisces? Yeah, the Tower's here again. Lily. Okay, so with the dog, this is somebody that you really, they also, so if you're questioning, did they share the same vision? Yeah, they share the same vision with you. You two are like long haul, down the road. We're gonna be in each other's lives. This person feels like they're needing to isolate a little bit from this like long-term thing that you two had, because I don't know if it's like a full relationship. It feels more like you were a person that I could totally see myself with years from now, type of thing. But it feels like for some reason this person is still always going to be your friend, always going to be loyal to you, but it feels like they're needing to just like take a step back. Maybe they feel like there was too much of something. Too much of what? There's too much of something here that this person feels is affecting the situation. They're needing to assess things. Okay, all right. This person's feeling like, this feels like some, as I said, something beyond you. It's like they're questioning They're questioning their relationships. They're questioning the decisions that they make, and they're trying to find solutions here. So it's like big life review for this person. But they do feel like, you know, this could stabilize, because this could be somebody that's coming out of this isolated, like hermit like phase. And then it's like, okay, things will be stronger than ever type of thing. I want to get like the best path forward for you, Pisces. This ring card has come out so many times for you, Pisces. Whoever this person is definitely somebody that there's a deep relationship, bond, connection to. I think, all right, let me clear up what that mountain is. That is so funny. I just said, let's clear up what the mountain is, and this card is the card of like obscurity and lack of clarity. So it's like, okay, we cannot clear up the mountain. There is this, you and this person, right? It feels like you had some plan. Maybe you were in a relationship. Maybe you felt like you were going towards long term with them. It feels like right now, maybe it's, this to me is like a boundary. This is how I read this. Is this a boundary? Let me grab these cards. Is this a boundary? This is going to feel really specific. I don't know who this is for. And I've been trying to like avoid it in the message because, you know, sometimes you don't want to get too specific in the reading. But if this is somebody, Pisces, that you have some kind of long-term situationship with, as in you were having like a sexual relationship with this person, a casual, intimate relationship with, and you felt like this is going to lead to somewhere, I think the universe is actually saying like that needs to come to an end here with this person. There's some, it's like something has facilitated, is it enable this person? And I think that this person's seeing that there's still so much love and care for you, but it's like they don't want to be enabled in a certain way. Remember, I was saying that this person is like going through life review. So they are, maybe they're in general just stepping back from people in general. Okay. Okay. That's specific, right? So don't take that if it doesn't feel right to you. But I couldn't ignore that. Yeah, so that's your best path forward. Yeah. Anyway, I feel like you are taking decisions that are going to be in your best interest right now. It's like you're coming out of loyalty to this person. No, how do I say that? You're coming out of just blind loyalty. You want to be there for them, but I think you're not putting that as the main thing right now. Yeah. So that is where we're at. I did a bonus last time, 143.41 for our bonus. All right. So I need to change the card on that, but okay. So let us do a little bonus. Do I really not have a bonus card in here? Okay, maybe not. I need to get one. All right, so the bonus is gonna be, what is your person? What are their intentions towards you? And this is like collective wise, right? What are their intentions towards you? Okay. What is this person's intentions towards you? Ankle, garden, moon, house, mountain, stars. Okay, with the friend. Let's see at the front what signs you could be dealing with. There is Scorpio, but could also be like Cancer, Pisces as well, is the main thing. There also is a lot of like water energy, but there's also fire as well, and air. So in specifics, I'm seeing Gemini. I'm also seeing Aquarius, and I'm also seeing Sagittarius as well. All right, so what are their intentions towards you? Somebody wants to put down roots. They want to feel like more. It's like they want to build like a safe space with you, which to me feels like building like relationship energy type of thing. This is also somebody that feels like there is a block towards going out. Like they would want to be more social with you, but they feel like there's some kind of block here. It's like a person that could have been your friend, but you feel maybe they feel like you're closed off to this. Oh, this is somebody that communication is blocked. Why is that? Why is ooh, what is that? You're defensive towards them. You're guarded because there's an ending here. Okay. But this person with the moon and stars feels like you are a part of their purpose, goal in life. They want to come towards you. Why are you so guarded? Problems. There's issues in this relationship with this person. Things have ended. You know, for you, it's like things have ended here between me and you. So even though your intention is you want to be stable now and you want to like us to go out, no, I'm not allowing that. It's kind of your voice comes high on the list here. I'm not allowing that. It doesn't matter how purposeful or how spiritually guided our connection is. I'm not doing that. Why? Tell me why. This person can't be trusted is what I should say. You feel like you can't trust this person. You feel like there's secrets that they're not telling you, and it's best to just to end it. Yeah. And I know I'm saying this really brutally frankly, but like it's like, yeah, that's their intentions here is they have good intentions, but because of the things that happened before that you don't feel you could trust, this could even be somebody else that they have. You're just like, I don't really care how divine our connection is. I don't care right now, type of thing. What else do they want to say here? This person wants to, oh, look at that. They want to rebuild some kind of rapport with you. They want things to be pleasant again. They want like the long term. They want to open things up with you. Why do people keep doing this? Like after you've kind of like cut things off, you've gone your way, now they're like, I'm ready. Okay. So that is the bonus, the quick little bonus. And this is where we end things for today. I thank you for sticking with me. And I'd love to have you here again. Please give a thumbs up so we can have more people see this, and it would be better for the channel, of course. And take care. All right. I will see you in another reading. Now, I don't know what shape or form the readings will take. Clearly, I want to put more readings out there. I may go experiment with the pick a cards again. I keep going between the two. But yeah, there we go.